Howdy everyone, Pete Daddy here, and welcome back to the Christmas to Glory series here on FIFA 20. We are finishing up this squad battle match here. It was part of the objective for the Iniesta. We have scored with Iniesta, and we've just been kind of playing around the rest of the game, just waiting for it to end. This should be the last challenge that we need, and we will have our Iniesta finished. We were able to score with him. This is just his regular 83 rated card. We were able to pack that in a pack at some point in the game. So luckily we had him, and we're just able to use him for our J-League score. So there we have it. We've wrapped up this match. Let's go and see if we can collect our Iniesta. Let's see. There he is. 5 of 5. We've got him finished now. So that was the last one we had to do, was that squad battle thing, scoring with a J-League player. And we got a consumables pack. Thank you, EA. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So that is really nice. But we do get this 91 rated Iniesta. What a legend. You know, I still have no clue what we're going to do with this card, but getting a 91 rated into your team for free, there's just nothing you can complain about there. I did play with the lone Iniesta in my last 4 challenges. I won every single game I played with lone Iniesta on my Spanish team, so I did really enjoy playing with him. I just do not know how I will link him on this account. Now, there have been a lot of really good Spain SBCs this year. Like there was the Pep Guardiola in the first icon swaps. There was David Villa. There's been Cesc Fabregas. There was even a Juan Mata SBC. There's PK SBC. It seems like the best SBCs this year have been Spanish players. But most of the just regular Spanish players I don't really want to play with. So I do not know how I'm going to link them right now, or if I will, or if I'm just going to put them in a future SBC, what I'm going to do with them. I don't know. I'll show you. We're back up to 110,000 coins. We made quite a few coins off of selling our Spanish players. So as soon as we finished that challenge, we sold Ios Perez. We made a few coins on him. Sold Ramos for 65,000. I paid 56,000 for him, so made a good chunk of money on him. Saul, we made like 200 or 300 coins on, nothing special. Iñaki Williams, I actually lost a little bit of money on him. I think I paid right around 8,000. But when I was going to sell them and looking them up, this one came on the market for 5,500 coins. So I snatched it up and listed it, sold it for 7,500. So we ended up making money on the bundle of Iñaki Williams. And the Morales, I think I lost 300 or 400 coins because I'm pretty sure I paid 6,000 for him. But the Iñaki Williams and Morales came down a little bit from that initial frenzy. But that helped out a lot, that we went in, we did our challenges in a hurry, and we finished this Iniesta so then we could sell them while other people were still buying. So let's take a look at what our team is. Let me show you, I don't even remember. Let me take a look at what we did with the Iniesta when we played with them. So let me go into, I've pretty much demolished this team already. But let's see, let's go into the Spain team. I've sold pretty much everybody. But yeah, I played 4 games with this Iniesta. He had 3 goals and 2 assists. I mean, and that's in division rivals. So, I mean, that's pretty spectacular. I think I played him as the central cam in a 4-2-3-1. So that is a position that seems to score a lot for me, but still 5 points in 4 games. Very nice. He's really good passer of the ball. Obviously, I mean, his passing is just top notch. 99 vision, 98 short pass, 91 long pass. So, I mean, it's a pretty epic card. It's just I have no clue where I would fit him. And I'm not sure what chem style I would run on him. I don't know if I would put Hunter on him just to get his pace up a little bit. That would make him 89, 89, and then that would boost his shooting a little bit, because I think where he would be best suited would be in that central cam role, because even with 89 pace, it's still hard for him to be like a fast winger, and even though they're cams on the wings, we've talked about this before, they still kind of operate as wingers. So I think I'm probably would lean Hunter if I do end up playing him, but I just don't know how I would link him unless we could get a Spanish icon. Like if you had the Butragueño or something like that, that may make it worth it. Let's take a quick look on the transfer market. I've briefly looked at this. Footbin would be the best place to look for this, but let's just do nation Spain. Let me just set min price to like 50,000. That way, let's just see what are the high-end Spanish cards that are available. I know Ramos, I wouldn't mind playing with. This PK, the regular PK, in my opinion, is not worth playing with. The screen PK is an absolute monster. Busquets, the same thing. Just his pace is so low. Rodri was pretty solid early in the game. I just don't think he would fit very well now. David Silva, amazing, amazing player, just has never really translated to FIFA. His game's just not a great video game, or I mean, he makes like video game passes in real life football, but on an actual video game, his game's just never translated. But that's just how it is for some players. Jordi Alba would be nice, but I don't know. I've got a untradeable Jordi Alba on my main account. I really like playing with him. Carvajal, same thing. Now, Traore is interesting. I did like playing with this Scream Traore at one point. There's Prime Guardiola. That's a solid card. There's the base Guardiola that seems like everybody got when Icon Swaps won. That Ramos card is really nice. I'm just not seeing, the Iago Aspas. I haven't played with this one. I mean, it's got decent stats, but I haven't really seen anyone playing with him. It comes down to this, do I want to completely change my team around to try to fit in that one Iniesta, or do I want to keep playing with what I have and use the Iniesta and an SBC? So, I'm not really sure. I don't regret it all getting them. I mean, if I ended up getting someone, like, I think it may be this Raul that's an Icon Swaps 2. Maybe that gives a little bit more weight to something like that Raul. But, again, I don't really know for sure. I guess let's check that out. Let's look at Icon Swaps 2. Let's see, are there any other Spanish icons? So, just kind of trying to think of what is going to be our best team and what can we make. So let me put it back over. Let me show you guys again, if you're new, what my base team is right now. This is basically my starter team that's been upgraded slightly. So let me pick the wrong one. It's not the Bundesliga. This is the one we were using for the Bundesliga Icon Swaps Challenge. So let me put it over on our main team. And this team did really well for me. If you missed yesterday, we did get gold 1 with this team and our very first FUT champions on this account. So I was very, very happy with these guys. I did not know if I'd be able to get gold 1 with a team like this, but they played phenomenally well. And actually playing with a team, and I mentioned this yesterday, every single team we played in FUT Champs had at least one player that was worth our entire team. So we weren't playing any weak teams. Every team we played had some good players. But it really made me focus on my FIFA. I think when I've played on my other account, I had Neymar, Mbappe, CR7, Messi, just epic players. And I think you just kind of rely on your God players too much. It's just like, oh, well, Neymar will just get a goal, lickety-split. And sometimes that goal doesn't come. And, my pass accuracy would maybe be 85, 86, 87, 88. But a lot of times playing this weekend, my pass accuracy was over 90%. So I was playing much better FIFA. Like I was really concentrating a lot more, really focusing, where I don't maybe focus as much. So it shows you how much of the game can be mental as well. But, still, I'm very happy that we were able to get gold 1. I was hoping for gold 3, but we went on a really nice start and we ended up getting to gold 1. So very happy with that. But again, you just see there's not one Spanish player out here, not one J-League player. Now, if Iniesta was still La Liga, that'd be no problem. I'm sure we could find some way to fit him in here. But just being the way it is now, I just don't know how we're going to fit him in this team. So it kind of leads us with, or let's go back into, I wanted to look at the Icon Swaps 2. Raul is the only one I remember that is an icon from Spain in Icon Swaps 2. But let me just double check there. So, English. For Hierro. So, Hierro is one. So, I played with Hierro on my other account, and I do have a video on my other account. So, if you're curious about play with any of these other players, I did a video with Bobby Moore, Hierro, Van der Sar. Who else was on the team? I had 89 Socrates. I had Figo. I had John Barnes and Luis Hernandez. So I played with several of these Icon Swaps 2 players. So check that out on my channel if you're interested. What I was starting to think, though, is that I was just going to save up all my Icon Swaps and just get one epic player. I was leaning Essien. Vieira was still getting some consideration for me, and Del Piero was still getting some consideration for me. But, now with that Iniesta, do we now go with, say, Raul and Hierro and try to link Iniesta that way? If we had those two icons, would not be any trouble linking them. So maybe I need, this Raul card could be very nice. He's got decent pace, fairly strong agility. He's got a lot of the things that would work really well. A hunter would fit very nicely on him. His long passing is absolutely atrocious, but his short passing is actually really nice for someone that's going to be playing up top. So, I mean, I might try this Raul card, and, you know, if Raul could play well, then I could play Raul, Iniesta, and Fernando Hierro, and, you know, or honestly, you could just get Raul and link them from just that. So that's going to have a lot of consideration from me, too. So I'm just going to really have to think about that. I don't know. You guys, let me know what you're thinking down in the comments. Would it be worth doing something like this? Let's just put together a quick little squad here. Let's see what we could do. So let's go into our squad selector. Let's copy the squad. Let's just call it, I usually just call them like test. I don't know if I have a test account yet, but let's just do a test. And let's see what we would end up with. So we have our squad kind of cleared out. Let me just show you how we can maybe set it up. Let's bring out our Iniesta here. So the way you could set it up is just bring out Iniesta. And then if we were to get Raul, if we put Raul right here in this position, and let me just put on concept players, and this is a good way to build squads. Another way, Footbin is a really awesome way to build squads, and that will also kind of tell you the price of what you would be expected to pay. So, you know, Raul, if we put him out there, so this would automatically, just on this right here, would put Iniesta on 10 chemistry, because you see in this 4-5-1 formation, which is a great one for linking players, especially across different leagues and things like that, this would have Iniesta at 10 chemistry regardless of who we put right here. So if we did something like that, Iniesta is already at perfect chemistry. The other thing we could do, if we had Iniesta here and we had Hierro at one of the center back positions, he would also be at 10 chemistry because he would have 2 green links, and even if he had 2 other red links, he would still be at 10 chemistry. So let's just leave Iniesta there for now. Now, I have really enjoyed playing with Lautaro Martinez. He has just been absolutely a monster for me. So I would like to keep him. So let's just kind of put him out there. But the problem is now I don't have another Inter player I want to link him to. I can't think of a Serie A Argentinian player. So what I would maybe have to do is keep Mertens in this scenario. And let's see, if we put Allen here, but then, gosh, I mean, just all of this is kind of the things, you know, this can drive yourself crazy when you're trying to put together a team. And you can play with players on 7 chemistry. Don't let that just completely kill you on that. But for me, I almost take it as a challenge of making teams that everyone is on 10 chemistry. And some of it is psychological for me. And that's just because, you know, if I were to miss a chance and say that, you know, Mertens ends up on 7 chemistry and he misses a chance, I'd go, gosh, it's only because he's on 7 chemistry. He would have made it if he was on 10. And then I would drive myself crazy and spend another 2 hours trying to figure out another squad. So it's a challenge. It's kind of fun, but it's also, it can drive you mad trying to figure all of that out. But now if we put Douglas Costa over here, that's going to make a mess of things. We could do that, you know, because I want to keep Ruslan. You know, I definitely want to keep Ruslan as long as possible. I guess let me kind of fill it out that way with players I definitely want in the team, because Ruslan is our best left back. I don't want to spend a lot of money on left back when I have this free left back right here that is a really good player. I really want to keep Ter Stegen, and I'm almost forced, which I don't have a problem with him. I like him a lot, but I'm almost forced to keep Lucas Hernandez if I'm going to keep Ruslan. So right now, I don't think I have a way to keep Mertens on 10 chemistry. So that's kind of frustrating to me. So I'm going to have to really think about what I can do. Now, if I put Matuidi in, now Matuidi would keep things on 10 chemistry. So let me just kind of fill this stuff out again. And then let me just think about what my attacking options would be. So if we go with this, all right, so right here, everyone would be on 10 chemistry. We would have Iniesta in the team on 10 chemistry. Iniesta would basically be playing central cam, so he would replace Mertens. So let me just compare their stats. So Mertens has better pace, better shooting, but Iniesta is dominating them on everything else. I do really enjoy playing with Mertens. He has 94 agility, and like you see, really good shooting. Iniesta has 87 agility. Now, don't pay any attention. The reason he's showing up at such poor chemistry is because he is a CM right now. To do this, we would have to use position modifiers to change him to a striker, but that would be no problem. So don't pay any attention to the -2s right here. But basically, Iniesta is 87 chemistry. I've been thinking I would put Hunter on him. I just don't think engine would suit him very well. You could maybe do sniper and just leave his pace alone. I'm a little bit worried about that 79 pace. Oh my gosh. So that's a lot to think about there. Is this a better team than what we had? So all we've really done is change Lautaro and Mertens to Iniesta and Raul. And ratings wise, that's a no-brainer. This is a 91, Mertens is an 87, this is an 88 icon, and Lautaro is an 86. But in game, Lautaro is an absolute monster. I have not played with Raul. I've played some with Iniesta. I do really like him, but I've also really liked Dries Mertens. Let's take a look at some of our other icon swaps 2 options if we were to take Raul. So let's just kind of see, if we do go this route, what else could we do to improve our team? So let's go into our squad building challenges. And I also want to look at some of our other new content here in just a minute. I know we're just kind of jumping around. We're just trying to figure out this Iniesta. So let's take a look at this. How much was Raul as a 10? Yeah, Raul has 10 icon swaps tokens. So that would mean we could still earn up to 14 other icon swap tokens. So that would leave Koeman, Seedorf. That Seedorf card is a really nice card. That could maybe be an upgrade to Matuidi. Because, he gives a lot more attacking, but he still has some defensive and physical prowess. You could put a shadow on him and just make him an absolute pace monster. His defensive awareness would be a little bit low. Some of his defending stats wouldn't be as high as Matuidi, but he would be an absolute monster. You can maybe make him more of the box-to-box midfielder, and maybe I'd move Allen to the more defensive midfielder. Just kind of kicking around ideas right now, just trying to figure it all out. Pires, I've never been super impressed with, so I don't know that I'd go with him. Nakata, I just cannot back him at 11 icon swap tokens. Zambrata could be nice. Figo could be an upgrade to Dembele in a way, but Dembele is such an epic player. Figo is really good too this year. He's got 88 agility, pretty good stamina. Maybe we could go Figo. Maybe if we went Figo and Raul, maybe that would be what we could do. You could even do 2 of these players. You could do Hierro and Van der Sar, even though I haven't loved Van der Sar. I think I would still prefer Ter Stegen, so scratch out Van der Sar. You can maybe go Hierro, and I did not love Bobby Moore playing with him, actually. He just did not quite do it for me this year, so I don't know that we would do that. So maybe we would do Raul. I'm kind of thinking Figo. Is there anyone else here? I mean, Sol Campbell has amazing stats, but I'm so worried about his agility. It's only 51 agility. And the other thing we got to think about, by the time we get all 24 icon swap tokens, it may be team of the season time. So, by then, who knows what's going to be good and what's not. So I'm a little leery too about planning this far in advance. So, again, we're just kind of going back and forth. The Lineker, I'm not that interested in. It's not a bad card. It's hard for me to get behind Lineker. I've never completely loved him in game. Blanc, just hard to put 14 icon swaps into that one. And then, my initial thought was basically to save up for someone. Either I was really leaning Essien, or, Vieira was still having some sway for me, and also Del Piero. But now, with getting the Iniesta, I'm kind of just really not sure what to do at this point. So, guys, definitely let me know in the comments what you're thinking, what you guys are going to do, because I'm just kind of at a crossroads right now. And you kind of really, you need to go through this. You need to plan your team, try to figure out what direction you're going to go. And that may not be ultimately where you end up going, but you always need to be preparing for that next road, that next team, that next upgrade. Because when you don't have a plan for where your team is going, you end up taking a player that you don't want. You end up losing coins, or you end up losing capital. For example, if we were just to willy-nilly take Edwin van der Sar after we got our 6 tokens, and that was one of the thoughts I was having, because that would ultimately help us link Virgil van Dijk into the team, who I still think is hands down the best center back in the game, but he's a little hard to link with some of the other players I want to play with. But, say we did that, and then, then I play with him and don't like him, and I want to go back to Ter Stegen. Well, that's 6 icon swap tokens that we've lost, because we're not really planning for what we want to do. So anyway, guys, I'm going to think about that a little bit more. I really do like that Iniesta, but I'm just not sure how I'm going to fit him into the team. The other thing that can happen, just kind of keep your options open. You don't want to rush into anything. For example, on our SBCs, we'll take a look at what's new in the SBCs. And yes, there's a flashback David Luiz SBC we'll get to in just a second. But there's this Luis Suarez SBC out there. But if you'll see, there's 26 days remaining on him. So unless he immediately fit into your team as an upgrade and fit in perfectly, you could go ahead and do him. But if he didn't, just wait, bide your time. You've got time. You don't have to rush into any of these players. Especially, like I said, on an account like ours where we just started at Christmas, we want to make sure we're using our coins to their best possible potential until we get some excesses. On my other account, I could do the Suarez and not even think twice about it. I would be able to make up 100 or 130,000 coin loss in no time. It's not a big deal. And eventually we'll be able to do that on this account too, but we're still new enough where we really need to be guarding our resources. So let's take a look at some of this new stuff. There is this flashback David Luiz out there. And the David Luiz in FIFA 19 was an absolute monster, just absolutely dominated matches. The problem this year, they have made him super expensive. And look at this again, untradeable pack rewards. EA, this needs to stop right now. Stop giving us untradeable packs back. Now, the one this year is costing approximately 500,000 coins. The one in FIFA 19 for David Luiz for a very similar card cost about 300,000 coins when he was first released. Plus, you got tradable packs back. And it was like really good packs. I tried to, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was like a mega pack and a rare mega pack. I kind of went back to look to see what you did get. But we cannot even think about getting this David Luiz right now. Now, what's really good about it, if you do have an established account, we were just talking about linking Virgil van Dijk. If you want to play with Virgil, this gives you a backline partner for Virgil from the Premier League. So that is a really nice benefit. The only downside is you're probably not going to be able to play Ter Stegen. You'll probably have to play someone like Alisson. And in my opinion, Alisson is nowhere near where Ter Stegen is. But Van Dijk and this David Luiz would be above any other center back pairing in the game at this time, in my opinion. Another new thing we have today is this Team of the Year challenge where you get a small prime gold players pack, but this one is untradeable. Let's see what they are requiring for this one. I haven't looked at this one yet. So it only takes a 69 rated team. So I would say this one is still worth doing for sure. But it's frustrating that it's untradeable. So we will do this one and add it into the packs. Let me just see if we can knock this one out really quick. It does require a Premier League player, but it requires hardly any rating. So let's just find someone we can dispose of. So probably any of these players. Let's just see. Let's try to find an untradeable one. Okay, so he's untradeable. Let's put him out there. Let's see what silvers we have. So here's how we completed this SBC. We used several bronzes that were obtained from the bronze pack method. As I mentioned several times, I hold on to pretty much all of my League 1, League 2 players, which is the English 3rd Division, English 4th Division. So we have a lot of those players we put out there. Helps with the chemistry. And then we needed a little bit of rating, so I just threw this silver out there from the Russian League. So that's just easy to fill this out. We meet all the requirements, so we will submit that. And we're done with that one. We'll have a small prime gold players pack that we can use into when we start opening our Team of the Year packs. And that will be really nice. And let's see if there's anything else new for today for Team of the Year. Oh, a kit. Eastern Europe Xmas kit. That is awesome. Can't wait to not do that one. So that will be really cool. So let's just see where we're at now. Let's see for our packs. We sold a couple other players. Let's see what we sold. Probably just a couple other bronzes we did sell. We sold one silver player. We had sold maybe 2 of those already. So I think that may be it. And then one more bronze. So good to just keep getting those players sold. And let's see what packs we have right now. So we're just kind of accumulating everything we get. We've got a gold pack, Jumbo Premium Gold Pack, Premium Gold Players Pack, Prime Gold Players Pack, Small Prime Gold Players Pack, a Consumables Pack. We can go ahead and open that one. That one was from this last Iniesta challenge. So that's just some contracts and different things. Would have been amazing or epic if we could have gotten a shadow there. But that's okay. Just some more contracts. And I saw a squad fitness. That's really nice too. So, and then several 2-player packs that we picked up that I'm just going to save. Some Electrum Players packs. So different things. We're just going to keep saving them until everybody is in Team of the Year. We had some really epic additions to the Team of the Year team. That De Bruyne is just absolutely a monster. I played with his Team of the Year card last year for a long time. Just absolutely incredible. Now the De Bruyne one is so much better in game than his normal ones, whereas like the Messis and the Mbappes, the Team of the Year cards are definitely better, but you can still do a lot with the regular Mbappe and regular Messi. The regular De Bruyne to this De Bruyne is just like night and day because he has so much more pace. I mean, you see that 99 passing, 96 shooting. You can put a 100 on De Bruyne, make his pace absolutely epic. His shooting becomes ridiculous. I mean, just also good, decent defending stats. That Kante and Frenkie de Jong are absolutely epic too. So amazing, amazing, amazing cards here. Maybe we'll get lucky enough to pack one. But anyways, guys, this is going to wrap up the video for today. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you're going to do with your Iniesta. Give me a big thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe. Follow me everywhere. But I'll see you guys soon. Bye.